Hi, today is Tablescape Tuesday, and it is about heritage. You know, when I was young, my mom always had a tablecloth on the table, always set the table with a centerpiece. We did not have cell phones. We had conversation, and we talked to each other. And I love that when I have company, we talk. I'm going to make it fun and interesting. So sit back, relax, and watch. Hi, my name is Cindy, aka Z9Designs. Today is Tablescape Tuesday, and I am the host for today. And today we're going to talk about heritage. Now, I'm going to highlight my mom because in our home, we didn't always have plates that matched or even silverware or glasses. In fact, most of the time they were mismatched. But that was okay. She made sure that every day our table was set like someone special was coming that day. But what I didn't know at that time is that our family was special. So today we're starting out with a clean table. The first thing that we're going to put on the table is a mat that is made out of wood pulp. I got that from Chicago some time ago. Now, for our home, when I was a little girl, we always had a tablecloth on the table. That was so special. Now, a couple years back, I took a pizza round and I took raffia and I covered the entire thing from the inside out. So you have the raffia on the ends and it's kind of fluffy. It looks really nice. And this is something that no one has seen before. Next, we have a placemat. And you know, when you don't have much, you make do with what you have. And I had a hat from Dollar Tree, and I made that into a table mat. And there are two that are the same, and the other two I dressed up by putting some raffia around the edges for that ethnic look. Because that's probably what my mom would have done. Next, I put down a black charger because black seems to ground things. And so you want the table grounded with a big pop of color. And the chargers are from Dollar Tree. Next, I put down a wood coaster and has ethnic markings on them. And I put that down by the knife and spoon in front of that. And put a glass on top. Just a plain glass, nothing fancy, because as you can see, as this evolves, you want something to be the star. And I've got a star here today. Next is a plate that I put down that is beige, and it has a darker beige around the rim. And I got that on sale. I think it was like 50 cents for each plate from Walmart. You gotta check that aisle because you will find some amazing things. Now this napkin ring is just beautiful. And I got this napkin ring at Pier 1 before they went out of business. That was one of my favorite stores because they had great sales and they had great items that you could use in your tablescape. On top of the plate, I put a napkin. I got the napkin from a mart in Chicago. I will put it below as to where I got it from because this lady makes all of her tablecloths and napkins. They're all handmade. And it was brown with black, and through that I put a napkin ring. Then I had made a candlestick out of Jenga blocks. My mom always had a centerpiece. It was a centerpiece of flowers, or she just had a bowl there with all kinds of things in it, because I remember I used to play with the things sometimes in the bowl. But this candlestick, I think they had it at some time ago at Perigold, but I couldn't afford that one, so I made mine out of Jenga blocks. But I wasn't done yet. I had some animals, and I put a zebra, an elephant, and a lion. I put that amongst the raffia, that it looks like mostly a safari type of theme. And then the other thing that I did, I went to Pottery Barn, and they had some place settings, and they were just round. They had a little slit in the middle, and I found some scrap paper that was brown with black dots in it, and you can just put their initial on it or their name. It makes it special for each guest, because I remember in our home, my brother and I had special seats in the table. He always sat on the left side of me, and I was on the right beside my dad, and he was beside my mom. We basically had place settings. Our names just wasn't on it. Also, there is a bottle of non-alcoholic wine, and it sits into a Dollar Tree cement round, and I just put the bottle there. Now, the one other thing that our family did that I do when I have guests here, we always play a game, and my parents were good at this because they wanted us to learn. And so they would ask us different questions, or they would ask us what we did at school that day. They showed interest in our lives. So today, as you take the magnifying glass that I made in my previous DIY and you look closely, you can see a fun and fabulous time at the dinner table of my heritage. I want to thank you so much for watching. This is put on by the Grace Life DIY. She is such a wonderful person, and she loves the tablescape, so you can go over and watch her making her tablescape also. If you have liked what you've seen, please subscribe, like, save, and comment. I love your comments because it encourages me to make something even more beautiful or extravagant the next time. And remember, always set a beautiful table, even if it's just you.